What's up, brand builder? Stephen Harahan here at BrandMasterAcademy.com. And in this video, you're going to learn how to find your target audience with this 6-step framework. So you can uncover exactly who you're trying to help and use that detail to connect with their human instincts. Now, if you're new to the channel and you want to build brands that go beyond those visuals using strategy, psychology, and creative thinking, then this is the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell and you'll be well on your way. Now, why is it that we brand our businesses? Now, someone could answer that question with something like to generate leads or to make sales. But these results are a byproduct of what we're actually trying to do by branding our businesses. What we're trying to do by branding our businesses is to make connections with our audience so we can shape how they see and how they feel about our brand. Now, you can do absolutely everything right within building a brand, from the strategy and the communication and the positioning to the visual identity and the user experience. But if you do not have a crystal clear image of who your audience is, who you're trying to connect with, and how they feel, how they think, and how they act, how they make decisions. If you don't have that information, then anything else that you do within the development of the brand is going to be for nothing, because it won't be aligned with who you're trying to connect with. So in this video, I want to show you 6 steps that you can use to find that target audience. But before we dive into the nitty-gritty and get down into the individual steps, I just want to highlight the fact that we are at a hugely advantageous position these days in how much information is freely available to us out there in the market. Now, I know that a lot of people, when they start getting into uncovering who their audience is, they want it handed to them on a silver platter. But if you're trying to connect with your audience, if you're trying to build a brand, nothing is handed to you on a silver platter. Building a brand is not easy. You have to go out there and you have to find that information for yourself. And what you're prepared to do that your competition is not will benefit you and your brand. So getting out there into the marketplace and finding the information that's readily available online in terms of who your audience is an absolute must. And one of the best places that you can go to for this information is social media. Whether your audience is in a group or they're following one of your competitors, their information is there out in the public forum, out in the public marketplace. And all you have to do is go in search of that information, look at what they're doing and look at what they're asking. What is it that they want from your brand, from anybody within your marketplace? So the information is out there, not just on social media, not just on Facebook or LinkedIn, but also in forums as well, the likes of Reddit or Quora. This information is out there. Your audience is asking questions. All you need to do is go out there and find that information. So make sure you put your hat with grit on there, so you're getting out there and you're doing the work and you're not just expecting it to be handed to you on a silver platter. Step number 1, start with a title. So you're just categorizing your audience at this point. You're not getting into any kind of detail. You want to start as broad as possible, because from this point on, we're going to get more and more narrow with every single step. But you do want to start from a broad point of view, just so you have an overarching idea of who it is that you're trying to target. Now, this might be John, the stylish professional, aged between 21 and 36, or it might be Mary, the sporty mom, aged between 32 and 45. So you're really just trying to put a title on who it is that you're targeting, so you have a broad idea and a broad point of view before we start to get more and more narrow. Step number 2, uncover the circumstances of their lives. Now, the circumstances of your audience's lives are essentially their demographics. So here we're talking about their age, their gender, their profession, their income. Are they married? Do they have kids? Where do they live? All of these details will fill in a picture of the circumstances of their lives. And this is really where the broad title of who your audience is starts to come to life in a little bit of detail. So Get into as much information as you can about their demographics and uncover those circumstances. Step number 3, understand their behaviors. So here you want to really get into the personality of this individual. In step number 2, you're uncovering their circumstances, but step number 3, we're starting to get a little bit more human. So we're starting to uncover things like what magazines they like to read, what news sources they listen to, what type of music do they listen to, what food do they like to eat, what restaurants do they like to go to, what do they like to do in their spare time, what sports do they watch, what sports do they play, what hobbies do they have. So this really starts to paint in a picture of the personality that they have, the type of person that they are, and the characteristics that they have. Step number 4, identify their goals. Now, identifying their goals will give you an insight into their psyche in terms of the makeup of the person. So there are 2 levels to this. Their first goal will be their underlying definitive goal in terms of what their purpose is, what their life's purpose is, what mission they're on. What is it that they want to achieve overall within their lives? What is that main goal? And then on a more contextual level, what is it that they're trying to achieve right now that you're going to be able to help them with within your brand in terms of the outcome that you provide them? So understanding their goals will give you a real insight into their psyche, and understanding their goals on those 2 different levels in terms of their overarching goals for their lives and then their contextual goals in terms of what they're trying to achieve right now. Step number 5, uncover their obstacles. So they are trying to achieve something. They are trying to achieve that goal, their life's goal, their contextual goal. But what is it that's standing in the way of those goals right now? What obstacles are they coming across? What challenges are they coming across? If it was easy to get to their end goal, they wouldn't need help. And they're probably going out in search of help because they can't do it on their own. If they can't do it on their own, what is it that they cannot do on their own? What is getting stuck? What is in their way? And what is it that they need help with? And step number 6, reveal their emotions. Now, if they are trying to get somewhere, if they have this big goal that they want to achieve, if they have this immediate goal that they want to achieve, and something is standing in their way and blocking their route to get there, well, then they're going to have some kind of emotion attached to that. Now, they'll have an emotion attached to the goal that they want to achieve in terms of how that will make them feel if they achieve it. And they also have emotions attached to the obstacles that are standing in the way. How do those obstacles make them feel? And if they can't get rid of those obstacles and achieve that goal, what is that going to do for their lives? And how is that going to make them feel? So tapping into their emotions in terms of both their goals and their challenges is really, really critical. Now, look, if you go online and Google how to find your audience, or look it up on YouTube even, you'll find a lot of videos and a lot of articles that will talk about the demographics and the psychographics. And they are very important. They are a very, very important starting point. But if you know the demographics and you know their psychographics, you still don't have any real information that will help you to connect with your audience, because it's through their human emotions that you're going to connect. It's through understanding what they're going through, understanding those goals, understanding those obstacles, and understanding the emotion attached to both the goals and the obstacles. So when you start to look at who your audience is, don't look for the demographics and the psychographics as the end goal. Look for those that information as a starting point. You want to go a lot deeper than that. You want to understand who your audience is, because when you have this information, you are armed with really, really valuable insights that you can use in not only the development of your brand, but you can use in the communication at every single touch point to connect and resonate with who your audience is and how they're feeling. But I would love to hear from you in terms of your experiences and your challenges. Have you identified your audience? Have you created audience personas and uncovered that level of information to then use at every single touch point, to then use in the development of your positioning strategy and your communication strategy? Or are you struggling to identify who your audience is? Or are you struggling to extract that information that you can then use to connect and resonate on a human level? I'd love to hear your experiences in the box below. If you've got any challenges, let me know in the box below. I'll do my best to answer all of those. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well. It'll let you know when I've got new videos coming out. If you want more actionable brand strategy tips and techniques just like this one, head on over to brandmasteracademy.com, get yourself signed up for the list. It's free and it keeps some exclusive content for that list as well. So make sure you're on that list. But as I said, I'd love to hear from you in terms of your challenges and your experiences. I'll do my best to answer all of those. Until next time, brand like a master, and I will see you in the next video.